So whether you're a single mom, you're in your 20s, you're in their 30s, let's get these ideas down and let's make some more money. Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to be going into 8 different side hustles that I have either done or thought of or friends have kind of done that I know work. Some of them will be online remote. For those, single moms like me, I can't get a second job outside of the house because I have my son. But then I also have some outside of the house jobs that I know make a bunch of money. So let's just jump right in. I've made my little notebook here just so I stay on track. Otherwise this video will be 7 hours long and you guys will get sick of me. So let's jump right into the first concept though. Side jobs are hard to do. Everybody says that, hustle, side jobs, more money, and that's great and it works for those people, but you need to have that mentality. Not everybody is meant to make a bunch of money. Not everybody is meant to be an entrepreneur. A lot of people say that they are, but they're not. I've always been a get it done type of girl. I have this goal, I figure out, I get it done. I've met a lot of people. This guy friend that I knew actually recently, he was like that. I'm a go-getter, I'm a hustler, blah, blah. Didn't do anything like a hustler, didn't do anything to make more money, didn't do anything to figure it out. He just said it, he wanted the name brands, but he didn't actually have that mentality. And I didn't realize until later, like when you're evaluating all the people around you that are like, oh, I'm gonna own a business or I want to make more money. It's great to say, but not everybody has that mentality. And I think that's the first thing, is you need to have that drive in you to succeed. You need to have that drive that no matter what, I'm getting it done. That's the only way these side hustles work. That's the only way people get ahead. They have that drive. So I think that's the first thing. So I think a lot of times people will watch these videos and then they'll do something for a few weeks and give up. And it's just, maybe side hustles aren't your thing, and that's fine. Everyone's saying that these 9-to-5 jobs are so bad. They're not. For centuries and centuries, 9-to-5 jobs, centuries, okay. But for the longest time, 9-to-5 jobs have been most people's income. There's nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5. There's nothing wrong with, trying to get promoted and be a CMO, a CFO. That's a 9-to-5. But you'd be making a bunch more money than most people do. Side hustles are not for everybody, and it's not, it depends on your lifestyle and it depends on your goals. I just wanted to quickly say that there. And I also wanted to point out, I was watching a bunch of these videos just to kind of see what other people are saying, what other advice that they're giving. And a lot of videos say things like to create a digital product, which is a great idea, yes. But the difficult things with that idea is you need a big following. You need a big network. Otherwise, who are you selling to? If you're just a no-name Jane and you have 15 Facebook friends and 20 Instagram followers, if I sit there and I make a product, who's buying it? You know what I mean? The amount of work that would need to go into it, I think there's other avenues that you could possibly go into first to get money quicker. That is a great idea. It's just you need a strong network in order for that to take off. That's why all these people that have huge Instagram followings or huge Facebook followings or YouTube followings do very well with digital products, because they have the hundreds of thousands of people. So you can pretty much put anything up and you'll find the audience to buy it. So just keep those things in mind. The first one is beauty. Whether you're naturally gifted or not, you can learn it. I was going to do this at my home about a year or two ago. I took a course from a company, I think it was like $400. They taught me how to do eyelash extensions. From there, my suggestion would be to make a website, make social media platforms. That way you seem more legitimate and you have a bigger reach. Some tips like for social media, make sure you use hashtags of your city. So like eyelash extensions Toronto, or wherever you're from, eyelash extensions Miami. That will help people find you as well. And then start out cheap or free just to build a portfolio. Do like 15 people for at cost or for free or for 20 bucks, whatever kind of works for you if you don't have that network already, just to build a portfolio. And then from there you can build it up. But some eyelash technicians are doing like 5 appointments a day for like 200 bucks. Like it adds up very, very quickly. Same as hair. Hair is a great one too. You can take a course. I had a girl, I did, microlink extensions maybe 4 years ago, just to try it out. Wasn't a fan just because I have curly hair and it was just too much going on. But she was charging, I think it was like 400 bucks a person or something, but she I don't recommend. She did it cash, you know, not claiming it, but her husband worked a regular job and she just did hair extensions all day, and she said she was making like 18K a month. I'm like, what am I doing in school for? So that would be a great idea if you can get into beauty. Like I said, you don't have to naturally be gifted at it, but you can take courses. There's courses out there, and just it's a little bit of an investment, but you make it back within the first few clients. The second one is web design. Web design is huge. Obviously there's different extents to web design, like how there's companies that spend $200,000 on an extreme you would need to know and go to school for. But there's smaller niches. For example, like real estate agents. Real estate agents just need a basic website, and you can spend a handful of hours, take some online courses to learn basic web design, and then start charging a base fee. Like I said, build a portfolio, reach out, do a few free ones just to build a portfolio, and then you could do it. A lot of them are kind of box placements. It's easy to do. Like I said, it's not a fully customizable website, but depending on the niche, you can find a niche that only needs like the bare minimum. Real estate is a great one because they just kind of need pictures up, how to contact you. Anytime I go to real estate agent's website, it's always kind of a basic block and paste one. So to save them the time, a lot of times they hire somebody. Why can't it be you? That's a great job that you can do from home too. A lot of your contacting you can do through, again, make a website, make social media looking for clients, go on things like Fiverr or Upwork to promote that you do this. And then everything would be done from your own home. It's a perfect job for, again, single moms, anyone that can't get outside of the house. It's a virtual job. A third one, this one would be outside the home. Tips. Any job that you can do tips. Bartenders, waitress, anyone that I know that's ever worked at a club as a bottle girl or a bartender makes a lot of money. This one is a bit trickier only because it's a very specific type of person that does this. It's typically young, attractive girls that are hired for this position. So I guess it kind of narrows down if you're watching who kind of goes, but again, it depends on where. Restaurants and stuff like that are open to anyone. I would recommend looking for very, very busy places that are higher food and drink fee, just because the tip is usually higher. But yeah, anyone that I know that's worked in that kind of environment says it's fun because you're with young people that are your friends. The tips are great. So that's a great situation for somebody that wants to get out of the house and make a lot more money. The next one, number 4, is a driver. Skip the dishes or Uber. I actually have a friend that does skip the dishes just on and off when they want. They have an actual job, but they just do skip the dishes kind of on the side. And they make a couple $100s a week. It's great. The tip that I have for there is to be a driver in better off areas. So we're in the GTA, for example. So certain areas of Etobicoke, like the richer areas of Etobicoke or North York, they're more likely to tip a lot higher than cities like Mississauga or Brampton. So that's a tip that I learned from him, is that he only drives in the more established areas because they're more willing to tip. But that one's perfect. So you're not really in contact with people. You're picking up food, you're delivering it, especially now with COVID, you're not talking to them. You're just dropping things off. It's extra money, especially if you already have a car. It seems like a great gig to get into, so why not? Tip number 5, flipping. This can be anything depending on your budget. I had a coworker that used to flip houses, which again takes a bunch of investment money, and he did a bunch of the renos himself, so again, that's a skill. Flip bikes, flip artwork, flip furniture, like Facebook Marketplace, Kijiji, Craigslist. Keep track of what's selling for what prices and then look for deals, because a lot of times something will have like a flash sale, and you could buy it and try it and flip it. Again, depending on your income level would be the products that you flip, but there is potential to earn a chunk of money that way, so that's a great one. The next ones are all kind of virtual and rely on Facebook and Kijiji and Craigslist. What I used to do when I just needed to kind of have a second kind of job to help with the income is I always look for anything virtual. So a great one, especially right now because of COVID, is a virtual personal assistant. Because again, the tasks are very easy. Basically anyone, doesn't really matter your education level, can do them. And it's online. It's a great way to get some skills. And it's somewhat easy to do, and it's kind of, most of the time they're flexible with your schedule. Another one is graphic design. Now this one of course requires a skill. But I think it could be self-taught. I took a handful of graphic design courses at Seneca and Humber, but then a lot of it was just self-taught. I understand there's different levels and different degrees of graphic design. For example, some of the Coke ads, Coca-Cola ads, are way beyond my skill, but I can do business cards, flyers. So I offer those services, and again, that's virtual, and it's a great way to make some extra cash. And the last one, number 8, is social media. Social media is huge. Social media manager, social media coordinator, content creator. There's so many different things that you can do in social media, and it would be remote. It's something that you can learn. It's if you're not already using social media on an everyday basis, learn. There's free courses, there's paid courses, there's tutorials, there's so many things for you to learn, like analytics and ads. And companies need somebody for that. They're not going to have a VP sitting there and making social media posts. They hire somebody for that. Again, it's remote. Starting out, again, I would do a handful of free ones just to get my portfolio going, and then reach out to companies. Google small companies. Small companies is a great place to start. Google family-owned companies, small companies, car washes, anything like that, and say, hey, you know, I am doing graphic design for free just to build my portfolio, or for this amount of money if you're interested. These are my statistics. It's always great to keep a portfolio with numbers, especially with social media. Numbers are really important. So make sure you track what your ads are doing, and use that in your portfolio. And make sure if you have any non-disclosure agreements signed, then obviously you can't use those ones. A lot of companies will have that because they don't want to just reveal their information. I guess they keep everything kind of more private, and that's fine. Depends on what you agreement. And then also for any of these jobs, make sure you get some sort of a written agreement or contract. I've heard a lot of people that will go on Kijiji or go on Facebook Marketplace, and they find an employer, and it's just some guy that needs something, and then they're gone, and then what do, right? Make sure you always have something in writing so that you have something for your work. You know what I mean? Just in case they disappear, you have a legal kind of document saying, you know, I was hired for this job, I was expected this pay. Hopefully that never happens to you. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, those were my 8 kind of little mini side hustles that I've either done or I've had friends do, just for some extra cash on the side. Who doesn't need more money, right? If you guys have any other suggestions, leave them down below in the comments. I will definitely be doing a part 2 of this in the future as I expand and kind of come up with more ideas and try more things. I'm always doing side hustles. Even if I'm a millionaire, I think I would do side hustles. It's extra money, right? So yeah, leave all your suggestions below, and I will see you guys next Sunday.